Brian Rutsuna here. Today I wanted to share with you the importance of not accepting help just randomly or without the discernment. This is important because of when you are striving to achieve your goal, do whatever, you have to go through a certain type of hardship. And this type of hardship is not just necessary, but it creates the strength of your character. And if the help is to, let's say, you have to go from A to B, and go to A to B, you have to go through some trials. But then somebody will come up to you and say, hey, you can go through A to B with my help. You don't have to do anything. You can just reach the goal. Then you might be tempted to say, okay, yeah, that saves me a couple of months or it saves me a year. Let me just take that. That could be one of the biggest trap, because once you get there, right? Because you haven't developed that strength of character or skills or ability. In the meantime, you haven't got anything. So once you get to that point, what are you going to do? You have no idea what to do next. And then you might be actually stagnant for that position or the stage of your life for a very, very long time. But on the other hand, if you had rejected the help, noticing that that you have to actually go through that step, and it might take a year or two to get to that the destination. But then after that, you know exactly what to do. You develop the knowledge, experience, and a strength of character to go further. And while the people who took that easy way out just got stagnant in the same position, but then you just keep going. And that's how any sort of success or career just diverge. Some people just stagnate and then some people just keep moving forward. And generally speaking, this type of help appears from somebody close, like your family members or somebody very dearly. And then they'll be presented as the favor, like a favor or kindness or something that they're doing it because they feel that you are struggling. A lot of times, they do this just because, they might think you're not good enough to overcome, and then you might be showing them that, somehow in your attitude that you're being helpless. And for the giver, that makes them feel better, feel kind of superior, so to speak, and also they feel that they're actually doing somebody good. It's a good thing to help people in general. But that they're not really thinking the long term like you need to think, because that's your life, right? So just because somebody's wanted to feel better about themselves by helping you, that doesn't mean that you should really take that help. A lot of people cannot refuse it because it's very comfortable. If somebody just give you money, why wouldn't you want to take it, right? Let's say if you're pretty broke and instead of knocking on the door and then say, hey, I need to work my ass off, whatever the job you get, and then steadily pay the rent and then increase your asset, or if somebody give you, okay, here's a bundle of money, you just figure it out, from here, what would you do? That's really the branch point of going to be your life. I'm talking in kind of the general sense, but that there would be in your life that there are certain time that you have to choose. A lot of times you really have to figure out on your own. You can't just follow somebody else's advice all the time, because your life situation is unique. And then you clean up your environment, and then you can just focus that you figure out your path. So what I've just described about is the enabling and dynamic. So if you cannot refuse certain type of advance, which always comes in a form of a lure, come up with some sort of temptation. But if you took that temptation, you're gonna have a very, very unsatisfactory, dependent life to somebody else. But if you have a fortitude to say no, and then just go your way and figure yourself out, things will get a lot better. However, I wanted to say another thing, is that some help is necessary. I'm not saying to reject all the help. Some help does not bring your independence. Then you should take it. So that's an opportunity, right? Let's say, so this is the criteria. If you, by receiving your gift, right, or whatever that this other people are trying to bestow on you, if you stop confronting your comfort, if you're stopping confronting your weakness or unknown, that's a bad offer, no matter how much money or whatever it is. But whatever they give you will enhance, like embolden for you to go further, not afraid of your rejections. Work harder, take it. I think you earned it at that point. I think somebody really see your potential, not just the potential, but the potential is being made through your ability. So really the criteria is your internal measurement. One people will get the same offer and then their life is ruined. But then other people get the same offer and then their lives get 10 times, 20 times better. So not to really waste a lot of offers, what's really critical is to have your daily life geared towards responsibility, trying to be independent and fiscally responsible. If you could do all these, then a lot of offers will be either beneficial or it's more like it's not offer. It's like you getting that is a favor to them, and then you might actually say no because like you got too many plates, and you don't want to compromise your priority because like you're doing a favor to other people. I mean, receiving could be a favor because like somebody can come and say, hey, you know what? I got all this money and I want to do business with you. But then a problem is like if you are already somewhere, then you can just say, hey, do I really want to work with this guy? I mean, now you are in control. It doesn't really matter what other people are offering. You don't really need it. And so that's a really great place to be, so that then if you accept, it's good for you and then good for them. And then for them, it's not they're not enabling anybody. But then when you're striving forward, especially when you're young, and a lot of times there's like a scam and things like once you get used to receiving all the time, so you got to be watch out. But then when you building your future at the earlier stage in life, be very careful what you get from other people. And then just remember, nothing is free, and the free is the most expensive gift that you can get. And then you got to make sure what costs me to receive this free gift, and then making sure that really worth it. If you can have that discernment, the awareness, and then your life is going to be much better. Thank you for watching, and please comment below and subscribe, and see you next time.